A elder term of the ancient Roman Catholic chapel in Australia has discarded a key guideline of a milestone investigation in kid sex misuse. It told priests should paper misuse confided to them, though in the open secret background of the confession. But the Metropolitan of Melbourne told any clergyman who ruined the print of denomination would be excommunicated. The tool they would stop to be a term of the chapel and would no much longer be permitted a Roman Catholic burial. The largest Reverend Dennis Hart told a law demand the of priests would erode a center principle of Catholic, the holiness of the confession. Same print of the confession, or the relation in God house transferred via the clergyman and in the man, is untouchable, he told. In a declaration, the Vatican told the paper, honored to be investigated severely. The 5-year investigation's definitive paper told institutions had severely unsuccessful to defend family. These institutions turned on the churches, and the paper found how 62% of misuse cases in sectarian institutions were in Roman Catholic institutions. Sectarian ministers and high school teaching staff were the largest usually informed perpetrators, the paper told. The paper as well named on the Roman Catholic chapel to major repair its celibate rules. The King Committee, Australia's highest shape of social investigation, heard more than rather than 8,000 testimonies of victims of misuse, in accusations cover schools, churches and sport clubs above many decades. It is not an instance of a few rot apples, the paper told. Communities' main institutions include severely unsuccessful. The problems include been so common, and the environment of the misuse so vile, how it is hard to understand. With 2013, the King Committee has called more than rather than 2,500 concoction to authorities. Main Secretary Malcolm Turnbull told a domestic tragic had been vulnerable. The King Committee in institution responding to kid sex misuse had the force to see at any individual, social or non-government flesh implicated in family. It was contacted by more than rather than 15,000 human beings. More than rather than 8,000 victims said his stories, lot for the at first period. 2559 concoction called to police force with the investigation began in 2013. 230 prosecutions include begun. 41,770 telephone call acquired of members of the social. 60,000 survivors may be acceptable for reimbursement, estimates say. The committee as well acquired more than rather than 1,300 spelled accounts and detained 57 social hearings through the nationality. Concoction were grown versus more than rather than 4,000 institutions. The paper on Friday forced Australia Roman Catholic bishops to application the Vatican to correct canon law to enable priests to paper sex misuse open to them for denomination. It as well told the Roman Catholic chapel should believe manufacturing celibate volunteer for priests since time it was no a straight reason of kid sex misuse. It had introduced to the incident of kid sex misuse, particularly while combination in some hazard factors. Amongst its some main received information, the investigation suggested, ** names include been modified in the paper to defend the identities of the survivors.